Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Jesse
And Angela
Love Show.
Well, good evening, everyone. We want to thank you for you to come and listen to our broadcast. We just thank the Lord for allowing us to do this broadcast. And unfortunately, we didn't want to take a chance to be outside because of threatening rain. So we're in the car. But we have several topics that we need to discuss.
Right.
And it's really kind of bad, you know, on the drugs and everything that's going on. The first one we're going to deal with is Good Wedding Gone Bad in Mexico. And it's Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, where the bodies of the groom and two members of his wedding party were kidnapped. And unfortunately they were killed. And they snatched the groom up. They shot at the wedding. The wedding had just got completed, and they started just shooting at the wedding parties. The one member of the wedding party, well, I assume that maybe visitors, whoever they were, happened to have been killed. But they ended up taking the groom and the uncle and the brother.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Right.
And with that, it's just like, what is the purpose? Why you here, destroying what God had put together, and then you have to go and try to make a point of killing someone that just...
It wasn't drug related?
They believe it's drug related. It's really getting back at the president, Felipe Calderón, who started the war against drugs back in December 2006. So what they're doing is, retaliating, and they're getting back at any and everybody. So not only did they kidnap this person Friday evening, they also, left the bride there at the church that Friday. But they took, the groom, the uncle, and the brother, put them in the pickup truck. And then there was a fourth member that also was found in the back of the pickup truck.
Yes.
And they said they don't believe that this person, the fourth person, was even at the wedding. So now the question is this, these drug dealers, they don't even know who the gunmen were. They don't know the motive of the shooting. They just know that it went bad. And here it is, the bride who just got married maybe a few hours ago have now lost her uncle-in-law, her brother-in-law, as well as her husband. So that's a sad situation here, and we're praying for her and her family, and the bride and the groom's family as well, for the loss. And
hopefully that they'll find those people that have done those things to her, because it was more than one person for sure to do all of those things.
Of course.
Two people that were, put together as one, and now they're separated through death or murder.
Yeah.
So, the assailants probably got away, and now hopefully the police department in Mexico will find them.
Yes.
And try them and convict them of whatever wrong things they done.
Exactly.
Each and every one of them should be tried.
Yes, and I was so heartbroken. I was like, man, it's bad enough that you hear
catastrophe, yes,
towards members who have been married, who may have went on vacation or been on a boat ride after they, on a honeymoon, they have died. But this here is really tragic. So
that actually affects Mexico's tourist attraction.
Of course. So don't get married in Mexico.
So, and that if that affects that, then it's going to affect the economy and everything else, because those people have to work. But if you keep getting news of Mexico being a place not to go, if you want to, survive, or you don't want your family to be harmed, who wants to go there?
Right.
I would love to go to Mexico. But right now
they say
I would have to carry a piece myself or more to protect my family.
Yes, and they
And
said,
God knows who I'm shooting at.
right, and they
Hopefully,
said,
won't be the law enforcers.
oh
Because
my
if they
gosh.
gone bad, I'm not going to tolerate my family being hurt.
Well, you know, they
Nobody's
already,
going to tolerate that.
well, the president is already being under lock and key because they trying to kill him too.
Yeah.
So
We'll
it's pretty
pray for the
bad,
president as
you know?
well, that he bring the crime rate down.
Right,
That the citizens of Mexico will be protected.
right, right.
And we are praying for it. But if you Christians in Mexico, you need to talk to Jesus Cristo
Exactly.
and give him a holler.
Okay.
That's right. You know what I mean? You need to glorify him and
Exactly.
give him praise that he will bring down that. Don't be afraid, because remember, don't be afraid who can take the body, but who can take the body and soul.
Right.
Even though you live in a place like that, you shouldn't be in fear
That's right.
of these people.
Right.
Because if you have the power that suppose the Holy Ghost, Espiritu Santos or something like that to say it, then you should be able to overcome that fear.
Right.
And you should be able to pray that it protect your family.
Right. Exactly.
If the Lord is able,
oh yeah.
if things still happen because some of your family members may be involved into drug trafficking or into the drug war, then you pray for those that are alive and everything, and those that are bereaving for that right now. A lot of people are.
Exactly.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
I would love to go to Mexico.
Oh God.
I wouldn't tell people to stop going to Mexico, but
they say it's really bad now.
I think
it's
that
really bad
yes,
at this moment. So
I think they should have great security for tourists in any parts that they go. But we taking a chance now, so.
we take a chance anywhere we go.
But I hope the president get that under hand, and so that control, so that we can go to Mexico. We can go to Mexico.
Exactly. Now the next topic is dealing with Puerto Rico drug raid. I call it the New Jack City in Puerto Rico because it reminds me of the movie New Jack City.
And then they say, most Puerto Ricans say, "¿Qué pasa, amigo? ¿Qué pasa? What's happening? What's going on in there in Puerto Rico now? Come on."
Oh my gosh. Police and the federal agents have raided a public housing complex Tuesday and arrested over 3 dozen people allegedly involved in selling
3 dozen. 3 dozen.
It's kind of like
36 people.
3
over
dozen,
3 dozen, over 36
an
people.
estimated $65 million worth of drugs.
Oh my God.
It's just like, it's mind blowing. I'm just like, I'm sorry that I had to be stunned. I was looking at it,
Did you
like,
say million?
$65 million worth of drugs. This is dealing with
and that's just not even half.
cocaine, coke, heroin, marijuana, and prescription drugs. They had 2 apartments. They call it the freezers. One was where you do the making of the drugs and everything like that.
Just like the movies. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's just like that.
I've seen it in the movies. Go ahead.
And they also stored the guns there.
Wow.
The next place is where they have their video games, they relax, watch television, these things like that. So here they living in this housing complex. So you know there's a low housing.
Oh yeah, they must have control over that whole area.
They do, and this been established back in 2002.
Well,
so of course,
yeah, they have total control.
They have total control, and the person who actually done the original kingpin of it, who had died back in 2006, the guy who was actually involved of it now, who's running it, they said that he's been very successful in doing what he's doing, but $65 million worth of drugs.
So the head guy he's very successful in doing it.
Yes.
That's because he has a lot of power, control over people.
So so the thing is we have to watch them and protect and ask for prayer from them, because they off the chain